welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome friend. It's actually been a couple of weeks since I turned this camera on. I don't like that, and I'm wondering, is my fan too loud? I don't know. I'm gonna have to play this back. Hold on. Okay, so I think it's all right, but I don't have too many talking parts in this video. Anyways, so as you can see, I washed my hair. It was much needed. My hair was so dirty and my scalp was so itchy. It's been about 3 weeks since I've had this style, so I'm doing pretty good with it. And my thought is that I really want to have it crinkly from the twists that I have. Like, I really want to rock that. In the past, I've taken down my lock bob, and it's cute because it has the crinkles, but then at the end it's curled, so it's kind of still like at this length. And I'm going on a trip next week, not this week coming, the following week, so I want to have my hair down and I want it to be long because I also miss it. I'm like, I miss my hair. So yeah, I don't want it curly. I want it to just be straight. So I'm like, what can I do this week to just like preserve it and then actually unravel it next weekend? So I've decided to wash it. And as you can see, oh, that's from the shirt. That's stitching. But as you can see, it's all fresh and clean, which I love. Obviously, the roots are rooting, which is absolutely fine. I'm actually just gonna take some edge control and just like slick that down. But as you can see, what I'm going to do is now just unravel these rubber bands and then just twist it down so it can just be a long twist. And then I'm just gonna moisturize my scalp, and then I'm wondering if I should just moisturize it now. Yes. Then I will unravel it down and then kind of just tie it down for the day. I have something to do with my mom tomorrow, so I'll probably figure out a style, but I'm just gonna tie it down so it can just dry down and put some mousse. And that's kind of what's gonna go on with that. So I'm using this Lottabody, which I love. It's the 5-in-1 leave-in treatment. Like I said before in previous videos, but if you're new here, I like leave-in conditioners because I like how light they are. So I always like add back in the moisture now. But this style really did what needed to be done. The thing about it is I just get tired of like looking the same, which is funny because then when I have my hair down, like I still really don't do many styles, so it's a little, it's not adding up, but no, but I always loved the lock bob. It did everything I needed it to for my trip to DC, like all the things. So now I'm so excited because I'm going to NOLA and I can't wait. I'm super excited for that. I think by the time you see this video is going to be next week because I want to show all the things I did after I took this down. Okay. I'm just moisturizing. Okay, so now I'm gonna actually try to do this like as fast as possible, but we'll see. So I'm basically just now unraveling it. If I can actually recycle these rubber bands, that would be great. So this will typically like come out like curly, but since it's been wet, I actually think, yeah, I think this one is long. I think there's a short and a long one here. So I might actually, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm gonna show you another one. Because y'all, when I find weak spots let me tell you, sometimes I'm just like, yo, I'm just gonna snap it or cut it off. Like, I really can't even deal. Like, I'm actually looking forward to when my locks get long enough and I can trim them. Like, I'm actually looking forward to that. This is another one where it's like one is long, one is short. But whatever, I'm just gonna add a rubber band here because I'm gonna do a little style. I think I might do some barrel rolls. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna put that here for now. Same with this one, just to hold it. Yeah, so I can't wait for my locks to get to a certain length so I can just trim them. Like, I'm really looking forward to that. I don't think that I'm ready to do it just quite yet, but definitely. Oh, I feel like this is a little tough. Ooh, lost this one. Oh, but it had two. So yeah, once I show you actually what I'm gonna be doing, then we can speed this up a little bit. Okay, so you see these two? I'm just gonna twist them down like so that they'll dry and then just be straight, which is the goal. So just another way to just preserve this style. I think the one thing that people always ask me, like whenever I do a lock bob, is like, oh, did you cut your hair? Be for real. Be for real. Like, and it's so funny because I don't know, sometimes it's just like, why would I? You see these little balls at the end, bulbs at the end, these little knots at the end. But you know, I always, it's funny because, you know, I see a lot of videos on Instagram and, you know, there's a lot of discourse about, like, you know, if like white folks ask you questions about your hair and you kind of going into it or letting them touch it and you know, examine it, and you know, they're always, most times, very amazed. And you know, I've experienced that. I would say more so when I was a loose natural, and I did like different styles and different things like that. But I feel like the key to that is really being able to assess whether or not that curiosity is coming from a genuine place. Because, you know, the way I look at it is like, I can't expect a white woman to understand what I do in my hair. Like, I just can't expect her to understand that. Like, she's not gonna. I mean, a white person is not gonna if they don't have this texture. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't have kids, you know, who are mixed or are exposed to that. Like, they don't know. So a lot of the time it was really just like fascination of saying, wow, you have braids. Like, how did you even do that style? Or whatever the case may be. And I got a lot of that when I was a loose natural. And then there's also, so in that regard, I'm always open, I would guess, to educating. Because I think that there's always space for learning. And if you're willing to learn, then yeah, sure, I'll take a few minutes to explain this process. Like, this is what I do. Like, you know, XYZ. I've definitely done that. Because genuinely, it's like almost like awe, you know, of like, wow. And I've done that. I've really taken the time to do that. And I think that that's okay, because shoot, sometimes I be wanting to know, like, I love the blowouts and the flips and the curls and the way that they do their hair as well too. So I would love to know as well, you know. On the flip side of that, I've seen a lot of discourse since I've been a locked natural about, you know, just microaggressions. Like, you know, we see it all the time. You know, students military, like you're being kind of scolded because you have locks and being forced or asked to cut them and all these different things. And what's interesting about my journey is that in my lock journey, I cannot recall being discriminated against. Like, I cannot recall like microaggressions because of my hair. I don't know what that's about. Like, I don't know if it's because when I'm in a work setting, like my hair, I don't know what it is. Because what I will say is that I've experienced that kind of behavior from people, microaggressions in the workplace, all that different stuff, when I was a loose natural. Like, I've had so many encounters where, you know, co-workers are coming up to me, oh, you changed your hair again? Like, wasn't it different last week? Or wasn't it short last week? Yeah. And what about it? You know, all these different little things. And I literally cannot recall, like, I can't recall that happening during my lock process. And my lock journey. And I've always found that to be very interesting, because I'm like, what's that about? You know, I don't know. But, you know, I think it's unfortunate either way that as Black people, as people of, you know, our experience, that we can't live, you know, especially Black people. And it's like, wow, what does it even matter? What does my hair have to do with anything, you know? That's what I don't get. So I've always thought that to be funny, how for me it's like so flipped. Like, I really haven't experienced too much during my lock journey. Like, my lock journey has been pretty good on that regard. I really haven't, because I'm just waiting for somebody. I have had people say, oh my God, your braids are so cute. What about these are giving braids? Like, let's talk about it. What's giving braids here? But honestly, I just say thank you, because it's like, at that point, listen, I'm not about to sit here and explain that these are not braids. Like, listen, if you think they're braids, great. I'm gonna just say thank you and go on about my life, because what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, I think instances like that is just like, listen, you gotta learn when to pick your battles, and that to me is not something that I want to stress about. I'm like, okay, thanks, bye. So yeah, you know, I just think it's really unfortunate that, you know, I feel like we have to justify so much of our existence in different ways, and I think that that's so stressful and unfair. It's so unfair. So yeah, it's gonna take a while, and I'm losing the sun, I believe, but I'm just gonna try to finish up, do this as fast as possible, and can't even get this rubber band out. Gotta get the scissors. BRB. Okay, I'm back. So I just wanted to show you what I did last night after I unraveled the bottom of the lock bob, and I just twisted it down. So now I'm just gonna rock these twists for the next week and a half. So this is the look. I slicked down my edges, as you can see. My hair, it's getting so long, and what's funny is that when it was shorter, I'd never really liked to just have it in 2-strand twists all the way down, because it was kind of short and uneven, but it's kind of evened out a little bit. I still have short and long parts especially, and then some of them, like, I've clipped them if they're weak, so I have some short ones in the front, but look at the length. It's really lengthening. Okay, get into it. And now we're gonna have a little Sunday fun day with my mom. She's in the kitchen. Mom? Hey. Hey, you're a little blurred, but, and don't, I have summer clothes on the table there, so disregard. So anyways, we're gonna hit the road, do some girls things today, and meet up with some family. So I'm looking forward to it, getting some sun, because it's been a rainy, gloomy day today. Hey y'all, so I am back and the twists are still in. As you can see, I actually want to unravel them today. I'm going to an event later and I'm ready for the vibes. Also, I'm over these twists. It's been actually, I think, like a month that I've had these twists, because again, they were in a bob and now they're like this, and I think that's enough. So first, I'm going to start by unraveling all of these twists, but the first thing I do is obviously remove the rubber bands. Actually, I'm wondering if I want to cut them out, because sometimes I do, but let's see. I didn't do them too tight, so let's see how quickly I can take these out. So I've been feeling these twists a lot, and I think for my trip to Barbados next month, I am going to redo them and add beads and shells and all the things. Now that my hair is getting longer, I am appreciating the versatility so much, in the sense that I don't really feel like I want to add more hair, because I feel like for every summer, and especially when I go to Barbados and such, I always want to do a, you know, whether passion twist or something like that, just to add length, and now I don't feel like doing that. Now I just want to rock my babies because I can, and they're lengthened, and that's the vibe. So let me take these out, and then we're gonna moisturize, hydrate, and moisturize. Okay, so all of the rubber bands are out. Well, I hope, and we're gonna find out if not. But now to unravel. And I know that I said like hydrate, but really I'm gonna be focusing on my scalp more than anything else, because the whole point is to have these little waves stay as long as possible. If you add too much water, like, they start to fall. So that's just what it is with the locks. Like, enough to set, but then after that, gotta be mindful. All right, let me unravel all of these. Don't start from the top. Start from the bottom. I don't know why I did that. It's just easier from the bottom. I actually really love like braid outs and twist outs because I feel like they give my locks so much volume. Because sometimes I feel like when they're straight, they're like too flat. But I have been liking them straight lately, but for sure. Like, how pretty. Like, look. Amazed. Every time. And again. All right. All right. Look at it. I'm continuously looking through because there's always one. There's always one hiding. And I think I've gotten it, but watch. I just find one randomly one day. And it just be like sitting there chilling, just in the cup. So I'm just trying to make sure. But I think I've gotten all of them. And look at it. I love it so much. Look at the volume, look at the texture. Obsessed. Okay, so as I mentioned, really it's about the roots here that I want to moisturize, going in with this Lottabody 5-in-1 leave-in treatment. So I'm just doing this to fresh up here. Again, I don't want too much on the length of the locks, and I'm just gonna do this to pull it down, but I don't want too much because I want to keep the crinkles for as long as possible, and this needs to last me through to next week. So but especially the front needs a lot of it because I also use witch hazel on my edges because I, you know, often use gel to like tie down my edges. So every other day or so I do cleanse them with the witch hazel just because I'm sweating, I'm in the gym, all these different things just to clean them. But that is also very drying. So I try to keep the front as moisturized. And this area is my driest part of my hair. And you can see. Okay. And now I'm gonna go in with this African Pride Miracle Moisture Miracle. This has 5 essential oils in here, and they are, didn't even say it. They are castor, grape seed, argan, coconut, and olive. This, by the way, smells so good. Just gonna state that. So good. But the key is always to hydrate. You want to hydrate. Just putting oil is not enough. And on a regular day, I would spray just all of my locks with like water, rose water, all of that stuff. Even the leave-in I typically use on my locks. But again, trying to make this style go long. Okay. So what I want to do here, really everything is kind of fuzzy anyways, and that's okay to me. I'm okay with the top. I'm actually going to put some mousse on the top and I'm going to tie this down. But what I want to do is just clean up the roots here on just the perimeter because they look a little crazy. And I'm going to go in with this Nappstar. And then this will be good as I get ready and do my makeup. It'll set a little bit. So I just want to clean this up. I want to keep that. Just want to clean it up just a little bit with the lightest retwist here. Because again, not trying to do too much here. So that's why I'm just going to do just a little twist. Because I just don't, and I'm just gonna twist it like that because I've learned over the years that when you do it like super tight and clean, like then it's like you have one row where it looks like that and then the rest is fuzzy, and I'm like, that bothers me. I don't know if it's just me, but it bothers me so bad. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? I'm literally just doing that. Obviously, I want to leave a little edges out because I like to swoop my edges down. And I've always been an edge girl. Like, I've always been. Even when I was a loose natural, like, always. So I probably will, you know, and that did not change when I got locks. I know people say, oh, liberate your locks. Like, it doesn't have to look perfect all the time. Okay. But I like mine to be, for me, I feel like my hair does not look done if my edges aren't laid down. Like, it just doesn't resonate. It just doesn't. But I am looking forward to my interlocking session next month because a lot of this just needs to be cleaned up. Okay, I'm back. My battery had died. So, like I said, I don't even remember what I was talking about before. That's the only thing I don't like, when the battery dies. Deelitis. I'm leaving a little bit of hair because I want to swoop it. But you see this here? Like, really trying to get all that. And again, like, I just really don't want it just straight. And this will have time to dry as I am. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is like way too much. It just takes so long to lock. So, oh, I think I was saying how I'm looking forward to my interlocking session, and I am, for this reason, because it's just too much. And it's like I'm always starting from scratch, like a whole production to get this under control. So I'm just, this is the lightest, and I'm just, I don't normally like twist it like this, but I also, the rest of my hair is like wavy, so I don't want it to be bone straight. Yeah, and this is literally, I may just clean up a little bit in the center. I'm gonna see how those look. But again, as I mentioned, I am still in good shape. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna see how the center here looks, because here looks sometimes a little, so I'm gonna also just clean this up just a little bit. This with the Nappstar Super Hold Gel. I really like this. Just to get some of these. Like, you see all this? Like, huh? Like, what? It's so annoying. And it's just all about texture. The texture. For instance, my brother also has locks. And just the texture of his hair is way more, I'm gonna say way more coarse. So in the, I think it's almost 2 years now that he's had these locks, like, he doesn't have an issue with like the new growth like that. That's not his issue at all. And now he's at a point where he's actually kind of maintaining it himself, but it's not as strenuous as mine. His are also, I started his and I actually made them a little bit thicker. I actually have some footage from the time I did his retwist, so I may add that at some point. And now I'm just gonna do my edges. Let me get my gel. So I'm gonna be using this I have it in this little thing because it's just easier to maneuver and then also to carry around. So this is how it is. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of mousse. I actually have to go to the beauty supply store. This is the Cream of Nature one. This is gone almost. My Lottabody one is gone. So I'm gonna have to go make a trip to the beauty supply store soon and pick some up. Could also get them off Amazon, but I'm just doing this to help lay the hairs down. Oops. Okay, now that that's all done, we can now put, let my edges and the rest marinate just a little bit, and then I will go do my makeup. I'm wondering today if to wear like a hat, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. All right, so let me go do my makeup, get dressed, and I will be back to show y'all the finished look. So I am back, y'all. I am back. So you see I did my makeup. I'm ready for the vibes later. But it's the hair. The hair is always the show. Just look at it. I love, love, love. I love the crinkles. It really does it every single time. And you can see it's lengthening. So this is what like the roots in the front look like now. Like I said, the lightest retwist just to clean that up a bit. But I think this will do because I'll probably be sweating later anyways, but this is it. This is the vibe. What do you think? I really am impressed with myself, honestly, because I stretched this style literally over weeks, from the bob to now this. Just impressed, pleased. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite, either twist outs, braid outs. I love me a braid out, but a twist out is gonna do it every time. Like, look at it, fleeky. I love it so much. Also too, if there is any hairstyle you'd like to see me try, please drop them in the comments below, because this is the year that I'm trying new things and I want to start styling a little bit more than I have in the past. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna get going for the day, but thank you so much for tuning into this video, and if you vibed with it, please hit the like button. It helps this video and just my content in general just be more visible in YouTube land. And if you're really liking my content and the things that I'm talking about, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, I appreciate you all so much, so much. I really look forward to seeing just how my channel grows, and I'm just so happy to have you on this ride with me. But again, I just appreciate you. So just take care of yourself, and until the next video, bye.